Good morning, students. In our previous lecture, we have discussed the problems which are based on Cramer's rule. Now, students, in this lecture, we are going to start with practice set 1.4, and let's try and understand the problems based on this type. Now, look at the equations that are given to us. 2 upon x minus 3 upon y equal to 15, and one more equation, 8 upon x plus 5 upon y is equal to 77. Now, in the previous equations that we have studied, that is in our previous practice set, say 1.1 and 1.3, we have never seen an equation where there is a variable in the denominator. Now look at this. In this practice set, we are specifically going to discuss the problems where we will see that the variables are in the denominator. Now, how to do it? How to solve these type of sums? Now, please understand, students, I'm just taking an example where suppose this is 2 upon x. So, if I'm talking about 2 upon x, this can be written as 2 into 1 upon x. Yes or no, students? 2 ones are 2. So ultimately the answer becomes 2 upon x. Similarly, if I talk about 3 upon y, so 3 upon y can be written as 3 into 1 upon y, because 3 ones are 3, and ultimately again the answer will become 3 upon y. What we'll do now in this sum, students, let's start with an assumption. We assume 1 upon x as any other variable and 1 upon y as any other variable. So let's start with an assumption where we are starting our sum with this assumption. So what am I going to say over here now? Let 1 upon x is equal to a and 1 upon y is equal to b. So what do we have now? So 2 upon x. Now as you know, it is 2 into 1 upon x. So in place of 1 upon x, the value is a. So this will become 2 into a minus 3 upon y. Now you know it can be written as 3 into b, and that is equal to 15. We take this as equation number 1. Let us discuss equation number 2. 8 upon x. Now it can be written as 8a. 5 upon y. Now you know, students, it can be written as 5 upon, that is 5b, and that is equal to 77. Let's take this as equation number 2. Now students, we got our normal equations like we got in our previous 2 practice set. Now here we are going to solve both this equation by equating coefficient method. So what am I going to do over here, students? Here I will try and equate this a variable, right? So here what do we observe? Next to a there is 2, and next to a there is 8. Now I want to bring this 8 over here because we are following equating coefficient method. So since I want to bring 8 over here in place of 2, what should I multiply to this 2 now? Obviously, students, we are going to multiply by 4 because 4 2s is 8, right? So what am I going to do now over here, students? Multiply equation 1 by 4. Correct, students? So over here 2, that is, this will become 2 4s are 8a. Correct? I am multiplying this equation 1 by 4. Correct? Here it will be 12b. Correct? And 15 4s is 60. Let's take this as equation number 3. Now we know, students, this 3, equation number 3 is obtained from equation number 1. So we know this equation is temporarily out. Now we will look at our 2 equations which are left, that is 2 and 3. We'll look for, see over here we have same term. What about the sign? The sign is also same. So we know, students, same term, same sign, we go for subtraction. Correct? So what we do is subtracting equation 3 from equation 2. Let us subtract the equation over here. 8a plus 5b equals to 77. Equation number 2, 8a minus 12b is equal to 60. Okay, this is our equation number 3. Now we know, students, that since this is subtraction, sign is going to be changed, so minus. So wherever there is minus in, this will become plus, and plus will become minus. Now we know, students, same term, opposite sign will get cancelled. Now always remember, students, as we have discussed before, we will take into consideration the change sign. So 5 plus 12 will give us 17. So 17b equals to 17. Let's find the value for b now, students. Now what do we have? The value for b. In this case, students, we will get that b is equal to 17 upon 17. So b is 1. Now students, moment we get the value for b as 1, all the three equations are now available to us. That is equation 1, 2 and 3. We are going to substitute this value in the simplest equation. Is it clear, students? So what we will do in this case, students, we will substitute this value of b in equation number 1. As I feel, according to me, equation number 1 is simple. So let us substitute b is equal to 1 in equation 1. Let's write down equation number 1. 2a minus 3b equals to 15, equation number 1. So now students, 2a minus 3b, instead of b the value is 1, equals to 15. So what do we have now? 2a minus 3 equals to 15. Now this is minus 3. On the other side becomes plus 3. So 2a is equal to 15 plus 3. 2a is equal to 18. So a will be 18 upon 2. A will be 9. Now students, what do we observe over here? We got two values. We got a is equal to 9 and b is equal to 1. Correct, students? So now students, we are going to resubstitute the value. Correct? So resubstitute. Okay, we are resubstituting the value. We know that a is what? 1 upon x and b is 1 upon y. Correct, students, over here? So let us resubstitute the value. A is equal to 1 upon x and b is equal to 1 upon y. So after resubstituting, what we will get now? 1 upon x is equal to 9 and 1 upon y is equal to 1. So simply we have resubstituted a as 1 upon x and b as 1 upon y. Now students, what we'll do is invertendo. Here in the denominator nothing is there, so we'll take this as 1. So if I do invertendo, what will happen, students? Here I'm solving the remaining part over here. We will get x as 1 upon 9 invertendo. Similarly, if I do invertendo, 1 upon y will become y and invertendo of 1 is 1. So what will be our final answer, students? Now x is equal to 1 upon 9 and y is equal to 1 is the solution of given simultaneous equation. So this is how, students, we are going to solve the sum when we have variable in the denominator. Is it clear? We are going to start with an assumption like 1 upon x as a and 1 upon y as b, and then solve it. Finally, once you get the value of a and b, resubstitute the value again and you will get the final answer. Let us discuss one more problem based on this similar type, okay, from this practice set 1.4. Let's understand, students, further. Next sum from this same practice set, question number 2. Let's see what they have given. 10 upon x plus y plus 2 upon x minus y equal to 4. Next, 15 upon x plus y minus 5 upon x minus y equals to minus 2. Correct? So these are our two equations which are given to us. 10 upon x plus y plus 2 upon x minus y equal to 4, and 15 upon x plus y minus 5 upon x minus y equals to minus 2. Now students, pay attention. Again we see that the variables are in the denominator. As I told you, students, we should start with an assumption. So let 1 upon x plus y. Now you can notice, students, in place of x from the previous sum, here there is x plus y. So we will take it as 1 upon x plus y. Let's say this as a, and 1 upon x minus y equals to b. Correct, students? So as I told you, we will start with an assumption. So let us substitute now. This will become 10 upon x plus y. So it will become 10a plus 2 upon x minus y. This will become 2b, and that is equal to 4. Let's take this as equation number 1. Correct, students? Similarly, 15a, correct, minus 5b, correct, and that is equal to minus 2. Okay, students? So let's take this as equation number 2. Is it clear, students? Now students, pay attention over here. Just look at this first equation. Here what do we observe? That all the numbers, that is the coefficient, we'll see that they are divisible by 4. They are divisible by 2. Correct, students? So over here, what do we do over here? Dividing equation 1 by 2. So I am dividing the entire equation by 2. So dividing equation 1 by 2. So what do we have? This is dividing by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5a. Then 2 divided by 2 will give you b, and 4 divided by 2. Let's take this as 3. Now I think we got this equation 1 in the most simpler form. Now what we have to do is, we are following equating coefficient method. So let us equate over here. What I will do is, I will try and equate b. The reason why I am equating b is that opposite sign. Is it clear, students? So next to b there is 5. Correct, students? I want to bring that same 5 over here. So what I will do, multiply equation 3 by 5. So multiply equation 3 by 5. We have 25a plus 5b, and that is equal to 10. Let's say this as 4. Now this, I am cancelling this for a moment. Now we have two new equations, 2 and 4. Correct, students? Now look at these two equations, that is 2 and 4. We have same term but opposite sign. So we have already discussed, whenever there is same term, opposite sign, we go for addition. So we write over here, adding equation 2 and equation 4. Let's write down both the equation. 15a minus 5b equal to minus 2. Equation number 2, and 25a plus 5b equals to 10. We know that this is adding, so plus sign. We know, students, same term, opposite sign. will get cancelled, and we are adding over here 15 plus 25. We get 40a, and 10 minus 2 is 8. So what I am doing now here, one of the important things, students, remember this is 40a. Whatever is next to the variable, always remember, students, it will go in the denominator. So here a will become 8 upon 40. So the value for a will become 1 upon 5. As we know, 8 ones are 8 fives are 40. Now what we will do, students, we'll do one simple thing. This value a as 1 upon 5 we will substitute in the simplest equation. Now if you notice from all the given equations over here, now equation 3 is the simplest one. Okay, equation 3 is the simplest one. So what we are doing is substitute a is equal to 1 upon 5 in equation 3. Let's write down equation number 3. 5a plus b is equal to 2. Correct? This is equation number 3. Let us substitute now. 5a, we know the value for a is 1 upon 5. So in place of this a, 1 upon 5 plus b equals to 2. This will get cancelled. So we have 1 plus b equals to 2, plus 1 on the other side becomes minus. So b is equal to 2 minus 1. So b is equal to 1. So now, students, what do we observe? We got a as 1 upon 5 and b as 1. Now what are we going to do, students? Now we are again going to resubstitute the value of a and b. Let us resubstitute and let's see what do we get now. Okay, so now I am writing the value of a and b. So a is 1 upon 5 and b is 1. So now, as I told you, I am going to resubstitute the value. So resubstitute the value. A is equal to 1 upon x plus y and b is equal to 1 upon x minus y. So what do we get, students, over here? 1 upon x plus y is equal to 1 upon 5 and 1 upon x minus y equals to 1. Now again, students, as you know, it's in the denominator. We'll do invertendo. So when we do invertendo here, this will become x plus y equals to 5. Let's take this as equation number 5. Again invertendo, so we'll get x minus y. Invertendo of 1 is 1. Let's take this as equation number 6. Now, students, what do we have? We have two new equations, and what do we observe? We have same term, opposite sign. So what are we going to do now, students? Again, since this is same term, opposite sign, this two new equation we are going to add. So adding equation 5 and equation 6, we have x plus y is equal to 5, equation number 5, and x minus y equals to 1, equation number 6. Now we know that this is adding. Now cancel. Same term, opposite sign, cancel. X plus x, 2x, 5 plus 1 is 6. So we have, students, x is equal to 6 upon 2. So we have x as 3. Now, students, what are we going to do? This value of x equal to 3, we are going to substitute in the simplest equation. According to me, I feel that the simplest equation is equation number 5. Let us substitute the value now in equation number 5. Let's write down, substitute x equal to 3 in equation number 5. So what do we have, students? X plus y equals to 5, equation number 5. in place of x we are going to substitute the value, that is 3 plus y equals to 5. Now very simple students, we'll take numbers on the other side. So this is plus 3 goes on the other side becomes minus, so y is equal to 5 minus 3 and y is 2. Correct students? So at the end now students will write a statement. What is our statement now? X equal to 3 and y is equal to 2 is the solution of given equation. Is it clear students? So this is how we are going to solve these type of problems, where we'll see that the variable is in the denominator. We are going to start with an assumption, and after doing the assumption we'll get the value of the assumed variable. That is, in both the cases I have assumed the variable as a and b. Once you get the value of a and b after solving the equation, resubstitute the original values whatever it is given, and thereby we'll get the value for the variables. Is it clear students? So this is how you are going to solve the sums which are based on this type, that is practice set 1.4 students. Okay students, now what do I expect from you is that students, remaining sums of this practice set you can just try out at home. Okay, if at all any doubt you can let us know about this, but I expect that you will be able to solve the remaining sums of practice set 1.4. Is it clear students? Till then, bye, take care and stay safe at home. Thank you.